Hello and welcome to the first video that will be put onto the new channel Eureka Warrior. Tonight I would like to talk to the people of the Southern Downs about a few matters. Back in December last year, the Warwick Daily News published on their front page an article entitled "Shocked at Race Hate Pamphlet," written by a woman called Georgia Ryan. In the article, the Warwick Daily News published blatant lies about the Spearhead. As many people would know in the Southern Downs and Scenic Rim, I am the editor of the Spearhead. What is the Spearhead? The Spearhead is a weekly or a fortnightly newsletter published by a local action group that is currently called the New National Action. New National Action and the Spearhead, and basically the New National Action and the Spearhead are the same thing. The main objective of the New National Action is to publish the Spearhead. And the Spearhead is not a neo-Nazi publication. We are not race hate. We do not hate anyone. But the lies at the Warwick Daily News would have you think otherwise, especially their deputy editor, Jeremy Solars. Now, Jeremy Solars is a very dodgy bloke. I can tell you the people of the Southern Downs a number of reasons why. For starters, he tried to get 2 women sacked who worked as teachers at the Warwick High School. He published threats made by an old age pensioner against our Prime Minister. He also tried to get a bloke run out of town. Now, in the article entitled "Shock and Race Hate Pamphlet" that was published on the 25th of November last year, the woman Georgia Ryan published a few quotes from the former Economic Development Officer of the Southern Downs, John Randall, who is currently running for the local council at next month's local council election. Here we go. Warwick resident John Randall awoke to find a 2-page leaflet with his mail that addressed issues of the Spearhead, black and white crime, and emphasised the need for white Australia. It's interesting that Georgia Ryan did not actually look at what was, or mention what the black and white crime article actually dealt with, and it actually contains statistics published by the American government. But I will continue. Mr. Randall said he was shocked to see such an extreme leaflet in a friendly town. I am disappointed for our town that someone has identified Warwick as a target of a racial hatred campaign. Well, Mr. Randall, we're not publishing racial hatred. We are not importing any troubles into this town. It's a known fact, Mr. Randall, that the racial troubles in this town were here a long time before I started what I was doing. It was your people who brought the Aboriginals into this town. It was the industrialists and commercial interests who brought the Asian workers into this town. It's the Aboriginals who commit the crime. No one makes them commit that crime. Nothing makes them want to do it. They just do it. And I'm not causing them to do it, so I'm not creating those problems. And as for the Asian workers, well, maybe you should ask the Meatworks and the Big W Distribution Centre why the Asian workers are here. Why didn't they give those jobs to the local white people, Mr. Randall? You were the Economic Development Officer, so maybe you should give us the answers, Mr. Randall. But I'm also angry that someone was trying to import trouble elsewhere and disrupt what I see as a peaceful, harmonious place to live. Well, Mr. Randall, if you believe that rubbish, well, you should be in a mental hospital. I thought there were racial vilification laws that made that type of race hate hatred, rubbish illegal. Well, of course, you would love to suppress free speech, so you and your mates could bring in more and more Asian workers, displace white workers, and bring in more Aboriginals that will cause more troubles here in the Southern Downs, wouldn't you, Mr. Randall? And it carries on. Now, on the 6th of March 2012, the Warwick Daily News reported that Mr. Randall was running for the local council. Now, in September last year, the Warwick Daily News reported that Mr. Randall was fired by the Southern Downs Regional Council for corruption because he was misusing funds. Now, it's interesting why the Warwick Daily News has been giving Mr. Randall so much coverage. Maybe they're trying to build up his profile. But I urge every single person, every single patriotic Australian not to vote for Randall at the next local council election. Because do you really want more corruption here in the Southern Downs, especially here in Warwick? The people of Warwick should be sick of corruption. They should be voting the whole entire establishment out and saying no to the local establishment, no to the management of the meatworks, no to the management of the Big W distribution centre. We want no more foreign workers, especially no more non-white foreign workers. We want jobs for the local people. Warwick has a high unemployment rate. Okay, that'll be it for this video. Thank you for listening.